Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Keith Reed. Welcome to a new segment of 5 Minutes on Worship. And I just want to welcome you back on behalf of myself and Stefan. We are excited that you're joining us today. It's just me by myself today. And last week, Stefan started a teaching about young musicians and just about being a young worshiper and being in leadership and all those things. I want to take it a little step further and talk today about musicians and mentorship. And so, what I want to really just kind of dive into a little bit is those of us who are a little more seasoned in this craft about the fact that we need to also be pulling the generation behind us up to be the leaders of today that they are. So we're no longer raising a generation of tomorrow. We actually are now helping them become the leaders of today. And so I want to start by sharing one of my favorite quotes from John Maxwell. And what that is that everything rises and falls on leadership. And so if you are in the season where you are now a leader of a team, or just your level of influence is that you're leading others, especially those who are younger than you, then you now have the role and responsibility of mentorship. And so one of the things that I really want to just dive into is the fact that as a mentor, you have to create space and you have to create opportunity for those who you are mentoring to be able to move into their gifting. And one of the biggest things that I want to encourage all of us who are in this role where we're beginning to be mentors to others is that just because someone else is gifted in an area doesn't mean that you are less gifted. It just means you have to create that space and opportunity for them to develop and to flourish in whatever role that God is calling them into. For instance, the anointing that God has placed on my life is as a worship leader. I play the piano, I write music, I sing. So in those three areas, God has given me a grace to be able to do each one of those at a certain level. When I step into the role of mentoring team members, one of the first things that I realize is that as a teacher or as a mentor, that I cannot become intimidated if they start doing something better than me. That's actually the biggest compliment that can be paid to the fact that I'm mentoring these people is the fact that they're now stepping into a role and they're actually able to do it better than me. And that should be the goal of every person who is in mentorship is to see that person who you are guiding and helping them grow into what it is God has for them to get to a place where not only do they not need you any longer, but they also get to a place where they are able to do it even more skillfully than you are. So remember, we're doing this because God has it's a spiritual principle. We're supposed to produce after our own time. So in the spirit, when we are operating in ministry, we're producing after our own time. So make sure to not leave out any part of the secret sauce with these people that you're mentoring because of the fact that you might feel a little bit like, oh, they're doing it better than me. Great. Let them do it better than you. And then celebrate them as they're moving forward in their gifting. So I just wanted to share a little bit of that nugget of wisdom when we talk about mentorship. I want to take a quick second before I end our time together to make sure to invite you to the New Beginning Music Conference, April the 20th, here in Columbus, Ohio, at United Faith International Church. and all details will be on the flyer at the end of the broadcast. You can register for the conference at newsoundmusicgroup.org. We are still in early bird registration. Registration is $30. So make sure to get on the website, get yourself registered, and we're going to have a great time in Jesus. And we're also going to be doing a live recording that night with New Sound of Worship. I'm telling you, it's going to be an amazing night of just pressing into his presence. So I will see you next week in 5 minutes on worship. God bless you, and make sure to like and subscribe. We will see you again in our next installment. God bless you.